Hi guys, right, today something a little bit different. In the Sussex World website, it has where they think, well, their prediction for where teams will finish in the Premier League next season. Now, part of this is based on odds from betting firms and things like this. The odds of them getting relegated, the odds of them getting winning the Championship, winning the Premier League. I mean, this is all speculation, of course. But I'm going to take you through it, and then I'm going to let you know what I think personally, whether these teams will end up in this position or whether they won't. So let's have a quick look. 20th. Now they're saying that Bournemouth will be 20th, will be bottom of the table, completely relegated. Odds for the title 2000 to 1, odds for relegation 8 to 11. I I do feel that Bournemouth are going to struggle next season. I mean, it's a tough league to be in, and Bournemouth, I know that they are working hard to stay in the Premier League. I think they might be one of those that's going to succumb, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But and then at 19 they've got Nottingham Forest, 1,000 to 1 to win the title, 10 to 11 odds for relegation. I don't know about this. I think it depends on who they buy and how they strengthen their squad. I mean, Steve Cooper is a really good manager, and I think if anyone can keep him in the Premiership, it's going to be him. So I think we're going to have to wait and see. I'm not sure they're going to be relegated. I think they might be bottom half of the table, but I don't think they're relegation odds. I'm not a relegation team. I don't think they will be. Fulham, another newly promoted team, are also favourites to be relegated at 18th. Title odds 1,000 to 1. Relegation odds 8 to 1. 11 to 8. Um, I I I think this could be a case of relegation. I think Fulham will struggle as well. But these sometimes new teams do struggle a lot, especially teams that haven't been in the Premier League for a while. They can struggle unless they get some serious money behind them to bring players in, and they have a good strategy for staying up. So Fulham could be one of those that goes down. I think it is a possibility. Brentford are tipped for 17th. Now I think this depends a lot on whether Ericsson stays. I think if Everton goes, then I think Brentford could be in trouble. I think they could well be in the relegation zone because they did struggle before Ericsson turned up, and I think that if he does go, then obviously they had him temporarily on a temporary contract, so they might get some money for him, but they might not. I don't quite know how that's going to work out, but I think if they don't have him, then they may well suffer next season. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on all of these. Whether you think that if your team is on here, as it should be on here, let me know if you're a follower of this team, where you think you're going to finish, and whether you feel that you've got a good chance of staying up this season or even winning the championship. You never know. Okay, so next up, Southampton, 16th. I think that's a possibility. Southampton are working very hard to get somewhere better and to move themselves up the table, but I think that's probably a fair indication of where they're going to be. This one is Leeds United. Apparently, they're going to be 15th. I think that's going to be interesting. I think that Leeds did work hard in the second half of the season. I think they could possibly be there, maybe even slightly higher. And at 14th, they're saying Crystal Palace, my team, are going to be 14th. I don't think so. And I know that I'm biased, obviously. It says some have odds for relegation as short as fours with some firms, but I don't think we're going to get relegated. I think that we will finish above 14th. I think we're going to be top half of the table. We drew far too many games last season, and I think if we can turn those into wins, we're going to be top half of the table. I really do believe that. I know we're going to be losing a couple of players in the summer, but I think we're going to be spending wisely, bringing in some good players, and I think that we are going to finish better than that. But let me know what you think. Anyway, I'd appreciate your thoughts on that. 13th, Wolves. I think that's probably about right. I think Wolves will stay up, and I think that they are probably a mid-table team at the moment. As I said, let me know what your thoughts are on all of these. If you're a Wolves fan, do you agree or do you not? And next is Aston Villa at 12th. Now, I think this is a possibility. They may even finish a bit higher. I know they are looking to buy in new players, and obviously they have Steven Gerrard there, who has been working quite well with the team. So I think they could finish a bit higher than 12th, but you never know. Then 11, Everton. Now, Everton are in for most of the players that we're in for at Crystal Palace. They're in for a lot of players. So if they can get some of these players, they could finish well above 11th. It depends how they manage to get their season and how to turn it around, and whether they manage to buy some of these players that they're looking at. And 10th, they're saying Brighton will be 10th. Brighton, obviously there is a rivalry there, but with Crystal Palace, Brighton did win a lot of good games last season. I'm not sure whether they'll be able to maintain that next season, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure there are going to be people coming in for some of their best players this season or this summer, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that Palace will be above Brighton. I've just got to say that. I've just got to say that. 9, Leicester City. Now I think that's a bit. I think that's a bit mean. I think Leicester might be a bit better than that. I think they might push a bit better than that. They should have Vardy back, I think, next season. And if that's the case, I think they'll do better than ninth. I think they'll get higher than ninth. But as always, it is up to you to let me know what you think. And then we keep going down. 8th, they're saying West Ham. I think that's probably a good estimation. I think they might even get slightly higher. David Moyes has been working incredibly hard, so I think they'll do better than that. 7th, Newcastle United, possibility. They're buying. They've got some good buying power behind them, and they've set up themselves to be very hard to beat and very aggressive in the way they play, and that upsets a lot of players. So it upsets a lot of teams. So I think 7th is probably a a fair estimation. Number 6, Arsenal. Now they're saying Arsenal will be 6th. I think it depends obviously on who they bring in and who they lose over the summer. But I think Arteta. I don't think he's going to be happy with 6th, is he? I mean, come on, Arsenal fans, you're not going to be happy with 6th, are you? You're going to want to be higher than that. I think Arsenal could possibly get higher than that. Manchester United 5th. Now, obviously, you've got your new guy in, Man United fans, and they're saying that you're going to get to 5th. So, what do you reckon on that? Relegation was 1,000 to 1. I don't think you're going to get relegated this season. But let me know. I think you could possibly do well this season. It depends on what's going on in the background. Depends who stays and who goes. But hopefully, this man will be the one to kickstart Manchester United's fortunes a bit more. That would be good for them anyway. Not so good for other teams around them, but good for Manchester United fans at least. They're saying that Tottenham will be 4th. This is a prediction that Tottenham will be 4th. I'm not sure. I don't think Tottenham will reach 4th. I think they'll be a bit lower than that. I know they got some very good firepower up front with Harry Kane and Son, but I think that I'm predicting this. I'm predicting it. I'm predicting Arsenal might be 4th this year. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. 3rd, Chelsea. Chelsea 3rd. They're not predicted to get any higher than that. I think again it depends who they bring in. Now the club has been bought or all but bought, they'll be able to spend money again. They'll be able to bring players in and out again. Could see them pushing for higher titles. They're saying that Liverpool will be 2nd next season. They won't be 1st. They will be 2nd next season. I think that Klopp is going to work really hard to get the 4 trophies again next year. I think he's got a good team. I know that Liverpool are going to be losing money over the summer, but they're shrewd, and I think they're going to get players in who can do a good job for them. And I think Liverpool, I think it'll be another tight thing at the top. I think that it's going to be. They're saying Manchester City will be 1st. I think it's going to be too close to call. I think it's going to be Man City or Liverpool again next season. I think it'll be very tight, like it was this year. And I think we're just going to have to wait and see. It's going to be in the lap of gods. I think some of it's going to be down to luck. Some of it's going to be down to how the teams play on the day, how other teams play against them. So I think it's all going to be a little bit here and there, a little bit up in the air. I think. Let me know what you think if you're a Man City fan, or if you're a Liverpool fan, or any other fan of the teams in the Premier League. Let me know if you think that this list is right, or if it's not, where you think you are going to be next season. And thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to help the channel.